Hello. I'm sorry if I look like Michael Jackson. It's just whenever I do my makeup, for some reason, I look like Michael Jackson. Don't you think? Anyway, I don't have anything planned. I never do. And I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know if I'm gonna publish this video. I don't know anything. This is how I do. This is what we do on this channel. Okay, I just post shit. I just do something and I just post it. I don't think much about it. And some people are gonna be like, yeah, maybe you should because your videos suck. And all I can say is that I enjoy making these videos, and you can just not be on this channel. You can just click on another video. I don't just do ASMR. I do whatever I feel like. Basically, I also do shit like this right now. When I talk in my videos, I don't have a theme. I don't have a subject. I don't have topics. I just talk. It just feels much more natural to me. And usually, I don't edit my videos because I don't know. I like to see the progress. I like to see how I think. Even if I say something and then I correct myself, I like to hear that. And I want people to know that. Because this is how it goes. Just because I say something doesn't mean it has to be always like this. I can change my opinion in a few minutes. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna talk about how I view the world, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna stay on the topic. I'm gonna talk about how I overcome hardships, and I'm gonna just bullshit. I'm just gonna talk. Okay? And yeah, I'm not gonna give you any of the crap like Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. I'm not gonna be like, it's not your fault. No, listen, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm not gonna do all that, because sometimes it is our fault, and we do make mistakes, and it's just, in my opinion, there's nothing else we can do. You know, let's say you made a mistake. You can correct it by, you can clear your conscience. You can try. It's done. Okay, whatever you did, it's done. What you can do is, you can, if it's eating you up inside, you can just apologize. If you really mean it, you can apologize. Or if that person doesn't accept your apology, you apologize. There's nothing else to do. And it's just such a waste of time to be so depressed over whatever is going on. I mean, this is what I'm being very vague right now, because I'm mainly talking because I have this feeling. Sometimes I feel like many people, besides like NPCs, I feel like many people feel that way, that they can't accept something, because that has always been such a big topic. Not being able to accept something, or not being able to do something. For example, whenever I hear about relationship problems, whenever I hear about them, like somebody is extremely unhappy, and it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. And they're extremely unhappy, and they're like, yeah, I don't want to break up because like, I'm afraid, like, how is it gonna be after that? I don't want to be sad. I'm scared of, like, being sad. I'm scared of feeling what I'm gonna feel after that. And it's like, you will have to feel, these things. You will have to feel that sooner or later. No matter what you do, you will have to go through that phase, because you will be alone. You will be alone. You might even be alone right now. Even if you are in a relationship with that person, you will be alone. There's no escaping that, ever. Ever. And so many people are so afraid of being alone, and it's insane. Whenever I talk to someone, it's always the same. People are so afraid of being alone. And to be honest, I don't really know if I'm the right person to speak on it. because I always say, why? Like, yes, you're gonna feel shitty, but oop, like, yes, you're gonna feel shitty, but isn't that like the whole point? Isn't that like being alive? Isn't that what's going to happen? Isn't that what's happened? Like this, I'm not saying that everything has to be shitty all the time. What I'm trying to say, I guess, is why are you so afraid of it? Why are you so afraid of being alone and like being in the silence and being with your own thoughts? Oh my god, my cat just body slammed herself. I don't know. Oh, she put it in water. It's all wet. She always brings her favorite toys in water, and yeah. And guys, I'm gonna throw this toy now because she's gonna fetch it, okay? Don't be like, hey, don't be an asshole, don't throw her toys. She likes it. As you can see. So many people are so afraid of being alone. So there was someone that I really liked. It was like when I was younger, I used to have online relationships because I don't know. I was a very complicated person. Yeah, I used to have. It was never like a real thing, but I used to like a guy. Okay, and when we stopped talking, and you have to imagine, I was going through a very tough time. I was still living with my parents, and a lot of shit was going down at that time. So I was in a very bad situation. I felt like it was never going to change and there was no purpose, and I still feel like that, but just in a much better headspace. I just feel like okay, back then I was like, oh my god, nothing is ever going to change, man. Fuck. But now I'm like, nothing is ever going to change. Guys, I might look like I'm crying, but I'm not. But I used to like this guy, okay? And we stopped talking, and you have to think like in an online relationship, you talk all the time. Like you, even when you like go to sleep, you are on call. You're always on call, always. So what do you do? And I talked to that guy, I think, for like a year, and at last I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, it hurts. I feel very lonely. It hurts. I'm alone with my thoughts. I'm alone with me. It hurts. And I was like, okay, you know what? I can think. I can feel the pain, and I can think of him when I'm doing things, and it's not. It's okay. When I shower and I when I shower, I can cry. I can feel sad. When I wash my face, I can feel sad. When I cook, I can feel sad. When I go out for a walk, I can feel sad. And I can, and I can, and I can, and I will. And I told myself, okay, you can do this for years. You can do this forever. No one is gonna stop you. You can feel this pain that you're feeling. You can feel it forever. And you can obsess over it. And nobody's going to stop you. And I allowed myself. That's what I did. I allowed myself to feel that, and I allowed myself to, when I wash every time you guys are gonna be like, why did you think of him all the time when you were washing something? No, I also thought of it when you're going to sleep, when you're listening to certain music, when you're reading a book, when you're seeing a bird. You can think of that, but you can feel that pain. It's okay to feel that pain, and you are going to feel that pain. This is what happens when you like someone and that person is not there anymore. This is what happens, and that's fine. It is what it is. It's not in your control. But after a while of allowing myself, of being like, okay, you can feel that pain, and you know what, you can cry and you can scream every time you think of him. Whatever, you can do it, man. You can do it. No one is going to stop you, and you can allow yourself, because why not? Why the fuck not? Because sometimes feeling depressed and feeling sad is obviously much easier than being happy. So of course I chose that. What happened, guys? You're never gonna guess it. It stops. it doesn't stay the same. No matter how much you're forcing yourself for it to stay the same, it doesn't stay the same. Just like happiness, it doesn't stay the same. This situation doesn't stay the same. It doesn't. Nothing in this universe stays forever and stays the same forever. It doesn't. And guys, and after a while, when I was, again, I'm gonna take the same things that I've said before. When I took a shower, I didn't feel sad anymore. I didn't even think of it, because of course you have the thoughts. So you were like, oh my god, now I'm gonna get out of the shower and I have no one to talk to. And I used to talk to him all the time, man. What the fuck am I gonna do now? Like, I feel so lonely. And then in the middle of these thoughts, in the middle of these depressing thoughts and this sadness and this pain, I thought, listen carefully. Man, we used to talk every day, man. How long has it been? It has been like 4 days now. It has been 4 days. I haven't talked to him in 4 days. What the fuck is he doing right now? Does he feel the same? What am I... Okay. What am I gonna eat today? Because I'm kind of getting hungry slowly. I haven't eaten much in the last few days. I'm kind of getting hungry. Anyway, I miss him so much, and it was... Did you see that? Did you hear that? You can't force yourself to be, even if you try, you can't force yourself to be unhappy and sad the entire time. And life just happens. Even if you don't want it, or even if you want it, it happens. And this is what happened to me. When I was doing my laundry, I was thinking, I thought of him, and then and the gaps of thinking of him just got bigger and bigger, and I started thinking of, oh fuck, I have this appointment, or I have this appointment, not I have a disappointment. I mean, I did have a disappointment, which was my life at that time, but I'm sorry guys, I'm playing with my cat. Ooh. But yeah, I started thinking everyday thoughts because I had to, because you have to. And you guys have to believe me when I say that it passes, and it doesn't, and you can't always stay sad, and you can't always be depressed. You guys have to believe me, because I'm Turkish. I'm Turkish, guys. Again, you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck does that even mean? We are like, Turkish people are usually like poets, and their sadness is so great and like so deeply felt. And you can see, if you watch a series, like a Turkish series, you can see and you will notice that the pain and the drama of it all, when somebody leaves, or when someone like doesn't like you anymore, and it's so dramatic. And I am like that too. I am like that too. It's just, it's good to feel, and it's nice to feel, and it's also nice to know that it's not gonna last. And also with happiness, because that makes me appreciate the moment more. And when I'm sad, it makes me appreciate the moment more. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? It should. I hope it does. It's gonna get better and it's gonna get worse. It's never gonna stay the same, but that's the beauty of it all. You can't wish for something permanent. You can't wish for something that's gonna be forever. You can't. Because who wants that? I wouldn't want happiness forever. You can't. You obviously don't want that. Happiness forever? What are you talking about? There can't be. You can't understand happiness if there is no sadness. But these are all obvious things, and you know these things. You just enjoy grieving so much. And I know you do, because it's so easy to grieve, and it's so easy to be sad and to be mad and to be angry and to be frustrated. It's so easy to be depressed. I know it, because I am, and I was most of the time too. Because it's easy, it's simple. The only difference is, from me and with many people, unfortunately, is that I've realized that it's gonna pass, and it's just like, and I had to realize that the very tough way, because since I was a little kid, I have since I was a baby, I had panic anxiety disorder, in a very like extremely strong panic attack. So I had to spend a lot of time in hospitals. But these panic attacks, it is probably not probably it is the worst thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life, and nothing is ever going to change that. But there are a few things that it has taught me. For example, when I have a panic attack, when I don't know how it is for you guys when you have panic attacks, but for me, when I have panic attacks, it's not like I have thoughts. I don't have thoughts. I don't think, oh my god, my life is miserable. I hate it, and I have an exam tomorrow. I'm so stressed. I'm not like that when I have a panic attack. It's pure pain. It's pure pain. I feel nothing but pain. You can't think. You just feel pain. It's nothing. It's nothing else. But what that has taught me is I have to go through it. There's nothing I can or can't do. That goes for all life, by the way. There's nothing you can and can't do. But I have to go through it. And what I did is I was on like whenever I have a panic attack, I'm on the toilet and I'm puking and I'm crying, and it's the worst pain you can imagine. And after, it doesn't matter how long you are there, it passes. And that's what I sometimes, when I have like a brief moment where I can think during the panic attacks, that's what I realized. Like while I'm puking, like I'm on the floor, like I'm in pain and I'm like cramped up and I'm not doing good at all. And I just think to myself, there's nothing I can or can't do. You are going to stay there in the bathroom forever if you want to. There's nothing you can or can't do at this moment. Stay here. Stay here and puke and cry and scream and feel the pain, and that's all you can do right now. That's all you can do right now. And you surrender. That's what happens. You surrender to the pain. You surrender. And after a while, it passes. And after a while, you can get up and go to bed. And you can still feel really, really bad, even in bed. It's gonna pass. You have no control over it. It's gonna pass. And that's something that I've realized. That you have no control over it, and you guys might not even understand me. I don't even know if I'm making any sense. I'm just speaking, guys. I'm just speaking. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but when I say everything can and can't happen, you really need to listen to what I'm saying. Everything can and can't happen. There's not much that you can do. There really isn't much. You can try to make the best out of it. You can see if you can change. You can try your best to change your point of view. See it from every possible view you can. To feel everything you can. But that's it. There are no bad emotions, good emotions. It just is. Does that make sense? Guys, am I going for a psychosis right now? But that's one thing that I learned from the panic attacks I especially learned it when so I was going through a really bad illness. I was on the toilet. I was going through a very bad illness, and I had a virus. And at the same time, whenever I have a virus, I have panic attacks, like really, really bad panic attacks. Because when I was a child, my mother did very horrible things to me whenever I was sick. She would torture me because she hated sick people, so she would take out all of her anger. And so whenever I'm sick, whenever I get sick, I have a panic attack. And I had this panic attack, and we had to call the ambulance because I wasn't doing good at all. And the guy came into the room and he saw that I was having also a panic attack with the virus, and he was like, "There's nothing we can do, and you will have to go through this. You can stay here in the bathroom floor. You can lay down in the bathtub. There's nothing that's going to change, and nothing going to change as in he can't do anything for me. No one can. I'm gonna go through this, and it's gonna stop. That's how it goes." And after he said that, I don't know, it stopped for me, the panic attack. In that moment, I felt so much better. Look, we're gonna live either way. So stop stressing so much and stop using your time to just be sad. I'm not saying that it's something bad to just be sad all the time. You can do that because like I've said, I know it's a comfortable feeling. I know that it's much easier than being happy. But what I'm trying to say is get some diversity. We're gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die, man. We're gonna die. And we really don't live that long. People really do not live that long. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not telling you to not feel sadness. I'm telling you to feel it all. I'm telling you to feel happiness as well. I'm telling you to cry, and I'm telling you to laugh, and I'm telling you to feel confused, and I'm telling you to feel excited. I'm telling you to feel it all. And the thing that I'm telling you the most is be alone. Be comfortable being alone. And I know it's easier said than done, but try. Be alone and see what happens. Be alone and be sad and be alone, and the thing that you're so afraid of, being alone, do it and see what happens. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you. Be alone and see what happens, because sooner or later you will have to confront that. You will have to. When you're old, when your friends are dead, when you don't have enough strength to, go out and see somebody, when no one is interested in you or your body, you're gonna be alone. So get used to it. There's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to that. There really isn't. And stop being so harsh on yourself and ask yourself why you're so afraid of being alone, with being with yourself. Start there. Start write. Clear your head. Write it down. Say it out loud. And I'm not. You have to get used to being alone. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it's okay. The silence is okay. And it's scary, and it's okay. And I'm scared of what my mind is capable of, but I'm stronger. If I feel like it's getting out of control, if I feel like it's making me feel like unnecessary anxiety, for example, I try my best and I control it, because I control it. I am stronger. You are stronger. You control it. You are stronger. Even if it doesn't feel like that most of the time, even if you let it have the control, you are in control. You control your thoughts. You really do. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules. But I don't even know what this video is about. But you got this. You can't not got it. Does that make sense? You got it, man. It's there are no rules. There is nothing that you can or can't do. You got it, and you're going the path, and there is nothing else you can do. You can't go back, okay? You're just going. That's it. We're going through this shitty, like this shitty experience. You're living life because you have to. And I mean, you don't have to. You can obviously do something and end it sooner, your life, but why? What's the point? Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? You're gonna get there much sooner than later. Don't worry. But why hurry? Why not feel this? Why I think feeling this is better than feeling nothing, because that's what I believe in. I'm an atheist. So I rather choose this. Even if I was laying on the street, you know, homeless, I rather feel that than nothing at all ever again, the nothingness. So I rather feel that. Why not? Who gives a fuck, man? Who gives a fuck? You never know. Everything can and can't happen. Does that make sense? And I know it's not always so easy to see this clear. And I know that I am currently going through a little bit of a better time. That's why I can say this so clearly and with so much confidence. But I obviously have my ups and downs as well, just like everyone else. So I also have the times where I can't see that clearly, where I'm also like, no, nothing can and can't happen, because I am stuck in this shitty thing. I'm stuck in this shitty phase, and I can do nothing, and I'm all alone. And it's never going to change. It's never going to change. It always gets bad again, because that's what you remember, because that's how familiar it is. That's how familiar sadness is. But happiness, there is happiness. If you allow yourself to see it, if you allow yourself to feel it, there is happiness. It is. Just like sadness, it is. That's all I have to say for now. I'm not going to force myself to talk more, because I think I've said everything that I'm thinking right now. And that's fine as well. Guys, I'm going to go now. And I hope you're doing good. Like I said, it's okay to feel shitty. It's okay. And it's nice. Sometimes it's just nice, and sometimes it's needed. It happens and it passes. Just like happiness. It's gonna happen and it's gonna pass. And it's gonna happen much more often. You can choose what's gonna happen much more often. Always depends on your point of view. Guys, I'm gonna go now. I heard my cat. I'm gonna cook now. I'm gonna cook. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. And you know the usual bullshit, man. Like and subscribe and comment. And wait, what do the people do? They always ask like a super random question to get comments. Let me do that. What do they say? Yeah, guys, like this is my favorite color, guys. So just write in the comments what your favorite color is, okay? I'm super interested in what your favorite color is, man. And like or this, no one cares. No one cares. I'm just doing this because it's fun, and it was nice talking to you guys. Yeah, it feels good. Bye-bye.